Graduation. Why did that moment that every student actually like does wait for when they're in school? But then suddenly you're done with your exams and everything, and then just goes quiet. No lectures, no assignments. You're just waiting. You feel like your patience is being tried. Welcome to another episode of Man of Steel. I'm your presenter Tente Mushuwe, and today I'll be walking through my experience of me completing my exams and waiting for my results, and I'm in that period of waiting. So yeah, it's quite weird and it's a quiet space, and I feel like I'm really going through it slowly but surely. But I also know there are actually maybe like a certain group of people who are actually going through the same thing. And I actually would say, maybe for me it has hit me differently. I don't know how it would hit you, but you would actually do well by commenting and probably letting us know how this period has really like struck you. So right now, I really feel time passing by in a way. But after my exams are done, I cannot lie to you. I felt a certain feeling of relief, excitement, and also feeling like I could finally like rest and finally feeling like I've been craving for this for a while, and then that thing that I've been craving for felt like freedom, yes. And then slowly you start to realize that it's really hard to handle freedom without a plan, which is something that I never did, and I highly regret it, and I wouldn't want anyone to fall into that trap at all. If you are to graduate and do anything, I'd say have a plan after you're done with it, but it would really help you grow and everything like that. So right now I'm home back in Copperbelt Kitwe with my parents. Quite, it's been an amazing experience. Can't lie. Sometimes I cannot lie to you. I feel like I'm bothering them. And though I managed to speak freely and I managed to actually just like be myself, interact with them and everything, but it just does feel strange because I'm dependent again. It's not like school where you send upkeep money and everything like that. It's like you're expected to actually like be living, and they expect you to actually like, I don't know what they expect, but at school at least it was like freeing. Like you had your own schedule and everything like that, but now that you're here, you're home, you feel like you should okay, but there's a lot of things to do. There's chores, household chores, don't do a lot of those because there's someone who's tasked with that job, and then there's me take care of my garden. Whenever I feel like there's any other chore that demands all my money power to be used, I actually like lend a hand, and probably that's how it has been. Cannot really lie, and it's really strange that I'm going to be having a degree, but yet I'm very broke to the level I'm ground. I'm not saying I'm broke, but I should say I'm money broke. I'm not resourcefully like broke. That's something that I can actually like share with you guys. I'm broke in terms of not having money, but in terms of having resource, uh, right, the things that are supposed to be keeping me alive and stable, probably like present. You feel me? So probably I've been feeling a lot of things of late. Um, and they have been making me probably avoid a lot of family conversations. Uh, they have been making me feel like I don't constantly have to be checking on my phone for updates. And I question half of the things that I do in a day, just like drinking water. Feels like a task of its own, but it isn't keeping me alive in my process of waiting. But I really appreciate for the listeners who are listening to this and feeling like at least it's touching them and it's making them feel a certain mode of the presence that is out there, that is at least maybe like sharing something that they are going through. And the only thing that I can really advise you guys, which I was able to come up with before I made this podcast, is that we really need to stay strong. Staying strong in that we have to keep our sanity levels. It was only like a week ago when my sanity levels were tested at the funeral and everything like that, and then I got to realize from my dad who told me that All situations can be solved in life through crying. Because yes, you can mourn for the people who have like passed on to the other life, but you can continue mourning. You have to now act after you mourn. So I'm sharing that to you guys as well, so that you can at least like know if something like that had to happen to you, you actually know how to act off that idea if it had to happen to you. See, I'm just saying. And also just keep yourself busy. If you don't have a job like me, I haven't like been given any extra job to do, like that can be bringing in resource. I hope that can really happen soon. I just want to do any part-time job and full-time eventually. The reason why this happened to me is because I didn't plan adequately. At 4 years in campus, hard it's sad. You would really think you are just a lazy person. I was able to keep my sanity and my levels together, guys. Keep on sharing how my journey keeps on evolving and going. But that's how it went. 4 years in campus, did my microbiological studies, waiting for my results now, praying, and I'm actually really praying. Graduation will be there probably next year, 2027. 2026, yeah, 2026, not 2027, 2026. And probably everything will get to unfold according to the way that they wish to unfold. What I have to do now is just stay strong, as I was saying. Sorry for that, moving away from the topic and everything. But for now, I have to just keep strong. I have to keep reflecting on my journey, seeing how things have actually like impacted my life, uh, both spiritual, physical, and emotional. How my absence from home has really distracted people. How my impact of learning things in uni have actually like made me a person at the ending of it all. Because if I am a person who came from uni, they expect me to come with some certain behavior patterns and ideologies that they'd want to learn from, so that they'd be like, okay, this is what we were missing from that type of a world. So we can actually bring it in now into our own mode of being and actually like evolve to what this person who is sent to learn has actually learned. And that's one thing which I've really been doing whenever I'm having conversations with them. I always make sure that they hear of the experiences I had, so that they can try to actually like use them in their lives. Why did Amy mention them? Going out on runs. That's something I never did when I like wasn't in uni. Probably having like hobbies like recording videos, making music, and actually trying to just like connect with people, taking each and every interaction I have with someone to be worthwhile, so that I'm not the one to have the last word. If at all it's a situation I encountered, rather like stay involved, be engaged, and then live it afterwards when the person feels exhausted and everything like that, and always keeping clean, keeping organized, keeping my room clean. Quite something I never did when I was like not in uni. But now that I'm out there, some patterns really have to show. And actually we have to really just keep on discovering what we have to be doing at some moments in time. We're discovering ourselves from prayer life type. Right? You listen to people who motivate you to know the core being who's God, who actually like frames time. You actually know that this moment that we're going through, as I described the waiting period, is actually something that God really just like knew will happen to you. So we have to keep praying that the divine really knows what it's doing. And also, we really have to also make sure to know that we must really pray about, and we have to read extensively. We have to open up our minds. Our minds have to be open to know that we are actually um, still people who will be expected to go and do further studies. Say these further studies will be the masters. Say these further studies will be your PhDs. Say these further studies will be doctorates, any other thing. But the only thing we have to like keep on like knowing is that we are academicians. If you're watching this party, you have a certain level of academic attached to it. So know that. So keep sharpening your head. Read a lot. And I've developed something. I know I've been reading. Though I've been reading the nine faces of God. I've been reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I've also been reading this book by okay, buddy. That's just like these two. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm and overstress myself. But I've picked up this habit of trying to play around a lot with cards because I find like a lot of conversations I have with people just end without doing any physical thing, and I like them to remember that I at least like cards. So I've learned this new way of shuffling them. So you hold them like that. If it's a break like that, you break it in half, and then you hold them like this. If you have a plain level field ground like this, better. So you just start like releasing them from side to side like that. Feel me? Like they'll keep on fighting on each other. And then after that is done, you actually just have to bring them together like that. See? Just like a little bit of a magic trick, you know. But yeah, it's not a magic trick, it's just a mode of shuffling. Because I feel like if you're holding cards and going like that, that's probably something that everybody knows. But imagine if you're playing cards with someone who you're having a conversation with, they get engaged in that conversation, and you have to break up the cards, like boom, hold some in the other hand, and probably make them even, and then start dropping them like that. Imagine how fun that actually would like make everything. It would just like open up new doors, new ways. But they get to show you what they really like, what they love, and everything like that. Oh, I enjoyed that. Like it was really nice when I teach for them like that. Before you give me a 9, I was like, okay, at least it's working. So let us keep on being creative. Let's do these creative acts. Let's pray. Let's read. Let's skip our these. What do they call them? We are actually like mammals with the appendages. Yeah, let's keep our appendages moving. You know, I have to keep on like flexing them and everything like that. And probably let's keep being grounded, and let's just know that we are just humans and we just reach this high level of being when we go to schools, because you know there's people with certificates, diplomas, crafts and stuff like that, but just take it as a gift, and don't really sell yourself short, don't sell yourself cheap, never do that.